We're not here. We've given up. There we go. Right. Hello and welcome to Friday stream. As you can tell, we have no modders today. So everything
I
is
was
running
in
as
control of
smoothly
the button.
Yeah.
I've been promoted.
I was given control of the button to start the intro.
I just realised we're all colour coordinated again. Look.
Oh, okay.
I swap you with you. Yeah, man.
Oh dear.
There we go.
What are we going in?
We're all colour coordinated.
Yeah, you see. And I've got my
Yes. He's got his channel merch. By the way, there's up to 40% off in the merch store today.
yeah.
Well, today, I don't know
We've been looking.
how much longer it is. Yes, we've been looking.
Mariam wouldn't let me order a 3 veterans duvet cover.
No, but she did say you could have the 3 veterans throw.
Yeah, for when I fall asleep in the chair.
Yeah. And it's
Throw?
It's quite deep. Throw, yeah. Like a big fleece blanket.
Throw. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing you throw over your bed to cover it.
Yeah. Anyway.
My wife.
No, that's what you throw on the bed.
Oh. Okay.
Not over the bed. If you throw it over the bed, that's domestic violence. That's wrong.
That's what I'm doing wrong. Oh my god. That's why I'm not getting any. So where is she?
If you
Was she a
launch her
minute
across
ago?
the room, that's not right.
Oh, okay.
That's why Bron's gone to Europe.
Julian, can you share the link to the merch store, please? I believe you have it. Because I know you're in there.
Julian's in there, is he?
Yeah. Yes. How are you, gentlemen?
Oh, I'm all right.
Yeah, pretty good for a Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank Friday.
Yeah. Not bad, is it? It's a nice... What's the weather like where you guys are?
Oh, it's blue sky, but very windy here today. Like,
Yeah.
I put a fitted sheet on the line, and 5 times in 20 minutes I had to go back and pick it up off the ground. So I had 7 pegs on it, and it was still no good.
I
Go on.
put my hoodie on to walk the dog this morning, and within 2 minutes of walking the dog, I wished I hadn't, because the sun was beaming down on me. But apart from that, it's good.
Beautiful up here in Queensland. It's
Perfect one day.
And, yeah, blue skies and not that windy. So I don't think it got above like 22 or 23. So
Oh, really?
yeah, Mickey Mouse up here.
Nice.
Yeah.
For anyone who has watched before, we weren't at the beginning. We weren't making fun of domestic violence. Obviously, we were making fun of what John said.
No.
As we do.
Yes. There you go.
Exactly.
Good save.
Yeah.
Backpedal, backpedal.
Make that clear. No, not backpedal. Just clarifying. There's a difference. Should we go through the comments?
Yes.
Beat the crap out of me anyway, wouldn't she, Tim?
Yeah.
Who's in Chatland?
Our modders. Who's off gallivanting today?
Good for her.
Tiff says, hope you all have a wonderful stream. Don't forget that lube button too, folks. I will be watching this back later on, so behave. Oh, bollocks. We've stuffed that one off already. I just caught my knee on the adapter from a compressor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Paul's in. He says, sure.
What me to do, Tim? Nil desperandum illegitami non carborundum. It means never surrender and don't let the bastards grind you down.
And he said
Illegitimate,
Welsh Latin.
It's not. It's dog Latin.
Yeah,
Dog
it's
Latin.
pretend Latin.
I've got it on. There you go. Got it on my arm.
Fair enough.
Go on, Morris.
It's John.
Is it though?
Oh, is it me? Paul Tankers in says, greetings, folks.
Right. Columbus is in. There he is. He says, woo, finally made it early. First time in a long time. Hello, Callum.
Hey, Callum. You're a bit bloody late.
It's a bit of a lag.
Although it's nice to see that you're colour coordinated with your gloves.
Of course. Glove for every day of the week.
Yeah. Paul says, Father Murphy gets on a bus to Dublin and sees one of his flock with her left breast hanging out. Kathleen O'Connor, what do you think you're doing? Looks down and says, Jesus, where's the baby? Ooh, postman's here.
I can actually read this one. Paul says, G'day, CM.
Yeah.
Columbus Model says, evening, Paul.
Paul says, all well.
All well.
I'm listening to the postman.
Mm-hmm. Callum says, as well as can be.
Right, it's all
Friends of Models for Heroes says, hello.
And Paul says, CM, same here, my friend.
Columbus says, I think you forgot a couple of oohs. Oh,
okay. Which way are we going around?
I don't know. I'm completely confused now.
Something's come out that one, I think.
Oh, I do hope not.
I think he's at the screen there.
Yeah, there is. 2 parcels. Both from Kaplan. He's making cane toads, isn't he?
Utterly.
Well, I thought we were doing the chat, but it seems to have gone out the window.
Is it my turn?
I don't know.
Yes.
Bob says, Columbus Models. Ooh, cheeky. By the way, my friend with the resin printer had trouble printing a good barrel. Fixed his printer and now all good. Blame the equipment this time is true.
Oh.
There we go.
All right.
So he's printed off Callum's barrel that you failed to print off, Gary.
Yeah.
So it must be something's off kilter with the machine.
Yeah. I'll give it a good seeing to later.
I wonder if you just try doing the ammunition.
I'll have a look later.
Yeah.
See how I get on.
Because it explained why the dogs all had a sort of angle missing.
Yeah. Weird.
And good day to all.
Yeah.
Paul says, good day to you, Bob.
Callum always blames the equipment, even in the face of overwhelming evidence.
I bet his missus doesn't know. Joe says, howdy, good morning, afternoon, evening to all. It's Friday, it's raining again. Glad I mowed the grass yesterday. Do the face, Timmy. Timmy, do the face.
Bob
And
says,
now we know what
tomorrow,
Timmy looks
Paul,
like.
hope you are healthier.
Now we know what Timmy looks like on his vinegar stroke.
Nah, it's not enough tears.
Oh, there's more poke. What's going on here?
John.
Wake up, John.
Was it me?
Yeah.
All right. Hiya, Joe, says Paul.
Gene says, morning, all.
Paul says, thanks, mate. Getting there, brother.
Hours and hours of rehearsal. Joe says, hey, Paul, how you feeling today? Good, I hope.
Looks around like there's nothing happening. Paul says, Julian. I don't know, maybe that's good day, buddy.
Yeah,
Good see, buddy. Good see, buddy.
Bob says, Rob the Resin had a FEP failure. Sounds nasty. Doesn't it?
Yeah, it sucks. Bob says, Julian pointed me to what it was. Still none the wiser.
Paul says, Joe, not too bad, thanks. And you?
Callum says, I always print 2 of everything I need, just in case.
Yeah, well, as it happened, I printed 3 of everything and still didn't.
But to be fair, I wonder if it's because you had the barrels vertical. So it amplified any sort of...
I don't know.
anything that wasn't perfectly straight or level.
Anyway.
Paul says, hi, Patrick.
Joe says, I'm good, thanks.
And Julian says,
Julian.
hiya, Tiff. Yes, I'm lubed and ready for Mikey and all on the panel. Thinks, what sounds all kinds of wrong. So, sadly, even if I delete this StreamYard, will show it. Don't.
Bob says, bendy bit at the bottom of the resin vat is what I came away with. Oh,
Yeah.
not a euphemism.
Patrick says, hi, Paul. No, sir.
Paul says, Julian, oh, behave.
Oh, behave. Patrick says, how is everyone doing? We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Wunderbar. Bendy Geddig.
Yeah, Julian says, hi, Paul. Hope you and Daphne are okay. I'm breathing and sat up, possibly conscious.
Paul's going,
Thanks, Mikey. And
Jill
Julian
says,
says, oh, no, it's not you. It's not me. It's you. Oh,
Jill says, hi, Columbus.
fuck's sake.
Friends of
job,
Bob
Gary.
Heroes, Bob,
One
Joe, Patrick.
Patrick says, hi, Julian.
Julian iterates, Paul, when have I ever behaved, except for if there's a minor. There's a minor here, of course.
Have you got some
right.
Tipex at your desk, Tim? Correction fluid. Tipex. You could draw a face on it. Or with some silver paint or something. White paint. Whilst you're in the corner.
Wilson. Yeah.
Jim says, two bearded, two non-bearded vets.
Well, I do need
Well,
a shave, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that.
yeah.
Ah, this counts.
There may
Just
be
four,
some-
You're coming over
four
to the
stubbly
dark side.
boys.
You'll be wearing black
JT's
t-shirts again in no time.
JT's in. He says, good morning and a happy Friday.
And to you, JT. Julian says, Bolada, Archangel Mikey, evening Tim, and Nodge, morning Shelfie.
All right, bud.
Oh,
Bob says,
what's
good
occurred then?
noon, Koth from Moth, minion of the heathens.
King of the heathens, minion of the heathens.
Oh,
Right.
Julian's put the merch store link in. Thank you very much, Julian.
Patrick says, I thought Mikey said throat.
JT said, did you guys ever see the 1981 Lone Ranger? Saw it the other day. I like the backstory of the Lone Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Was that no, it can't be the Johnny Depp one, surely.
No.
No, just
It'd be the original one, wouldn't it?
No, that was before 1981.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Backstory of the Lone Ranger sounded a bit like Brokeback Mountain to me. But moving on. Duke says, good day, all you beautiful people.
G'day, Dukey.
John says, Mikey, Malone Labe. Ooh, what paints did I get? Golden brown,
Next button,
Old wood.
please.
Textural sun.
Ferrari red.
This is a model of efficiency.
Yes. Sorry, I got distracted.
No.
Oh no, it's your turn.
It
No,
is. Jules said afternoon, JT, evening, Duke.
It's a comedy of errors. What the? Come on.
JT says, hi, Julian.
I've got internet lag here. Bobby Time says, hey, guys.
Tish says, geez, it's going crap already. John, wake up. I like it's you that she blames.
Yes.
JT says coffee, liquid lube.
Liquor lube.
Columbus
Oh,
says,
I've
I find barrels printed at around 35 to 40 degrees helps as it gives more surface area for the UV light. Okay, mate, I will look into that.
Yes.
And plenty of supports, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
did
don't
two
want a
at once.
droopy barrel, do you, Gary?
You don't want a droopy barrel. You need your barrel to be rigid.
Yes. Not
H-
flaccid.
HT says HJ.
And he says, "Hi, Julian."
Oh, here we go.
Part one, two drunk men who happen to be Irish, so no offense to our Celtic brethren, went into a graveyard and started reading the headstones. Hey, Mick, this one was very old. Tommy 78 from Belfast.
Okay.
Scott says, "Good day, everyone."
Part two, his mate says, I can beat that. This one was says he was 100 miles from Dublin.
Julian says, "Tiff, did you expect behaviour? Past evidence would suggest it's very unlikely. It's behaviour, it's just not good behaviour."
JT says, Mullen Lab, come and get us.
Ah.
And Joe says, original Lone Ranger way before 1981, Mikey. Mikey thinks if it happened before his birth, it never happened. Come on, Mikey.
No. I don't think like that.
Yes.
That's why I like history so much.
I've got
He's
to
just
go
come in the room. Come in the room, looks around, and then walk back out again.
Where's the book thingy? Do you actually put in?
Where are we?
Okay. Anyway.
JT says the Lone Ranger is Greek.
No.
I think what it is Jim says greetings, by the way. I think what it is between the First World War and when I was born, seems like a very condensed time because there's not that much significant happening other than the Falklands and things like that, and the Gulf War and stuff.
Did you say between World War One and when you were born?
No, between World War II.
I'm
Okay.
just going to put
Oh,
some
Not what you
in.
said.
Okay.
We don't learn a lot about history, especially about pop culture and things like that, and TV and or entertainment and stuff, music.
Yeah, pretty much.
A lot of it was.
Yeah. It's World War One, World War Two, blues, David Bowie, Harriers, Afghanistan.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much. Oh, we had the Korean War as well. And then the Americans had Vietnam, but we'll leave that one to them.
And the Australians.
yeah, we were
Oh.
there.
Gary, that's your comment, I think.
Tiff says, I only joined in to give my like because I forgot earlier. I have to go again now.
Yeah, I'd be leaving too. Julian says, Tim, it may be a model of efficiency. Sadly, it's an FX model with a stellar QC performance.
Don't be dissing Airfix on here.
No.
John says the Lone Ranger was made by Lord Grand. It had Christopher Lloyd, Jason Roberts,
Robards.
and someone Clay.
Juanin.
Juanin?
Go on, best modder's voice.
What's happening? I think the panel needs more coffee.
Oh, my God.
There you go, modders. So much for our discussion yesterday where she said, I think the boys have got fed up with doing the modder's voice.
That sounds like Tim's just sat on himself.
Ian Mitzelberg's in. He says, happy Friday all.
Hey, Ian.
Okay, Ian. John says, Lord Grade.
Luke Grade.
Yeah,
Lloyd.
him.
Hello.
Yeah, I know who he is. June says, fair point, Mikey, and well made. Behavior, it is good behavior. Not so much.
JT clarifies Mullen Labe is Greek.
Oh, I love that movie.
Bob says, hey, at least I can't be blamed for parcel interrupters.
No.
Patrick. Then he says, my brother and I had the action figures of the Lone Ranger in the 70s. Okay.
Hi-ho, Silver.
Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, I did say World War I first time. By the way, don't forget an emergency and the cold.
And the Mau Mau.
Yeah, I meant to say World War I, World War II, then World War I. So it's almost like because I spend a lot of time focusing on World War One and a little bit of World War Two. The time in betweens in my mind is quite condensed because my brain doesn't see anything particularly interesting in between those. Yeah, your turn.
Who?
Me. Jules says Lord Grade, as in Lou Grade, the old chairman of the BBC.
Yes.
Oh.
Jim says Suez Crisis, 1956. Yes.
Yeah.
Jim
Oh,
The
went to
Aden,
school
the Aden
with
Crisis.
Suez Crisis.
Korea. So as I said, the Mau Mau.
Chairman Mao.
What's going on?
JT says John Barry did the themes to the movie as well as Dances with Wolves.
Did a lot of the Bond music as well.
June says that too, Jim.
And yes, Julian, the same. Modelling.
Yay! Let's get on with this.
God for that.
Julian reminds us there was a 6-day war.
Yes.
There were
Yeah.
many.
Forgive me now, though.
Wasn't there Yom Kippur as well?
Bosnian crisis.
Yeah.
The world, in fact, was just as busy as every other day during the period between World War II and Mikey's birth.
And
It's just I don't
The
care
rock
enough
and-
about it.
Rock and Roller Cola Wars. I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
And of course, the birth of Father Time in the bottom corner there.
And of course, we didn't start the fire.
Father Time down there was born.
Hmm.
I don't think I can get.
Yeah, the Emu War.
I forgot about the Emu War. Yes, good
How can you
times.
forget
That.
about the Emu War?
Yeah. The funniest thing I've seen in my life is like a squadron of emus running into the side of a B double on the road from Woomera to Pilbara. It was fantastic. Pimba, I should say.
I came out with a funny one, didn't I? Right.
Did you?
Kay said something, and without thinking, I went, "Babes, you're so stupid that I'd lock you in a padded cell, lock you in a padded cell with a chalkboard, and still put a muzzle on you in case you ate the joke."
Not that we condone that sort of behaviour on this channel.
Yeah.
No. But she was just like, "Dude, what the fuck?" June says, "Me being born, which of course is vital." Well, it was to me anyway.
Yeah.
Jim says Vietnam War 45 to 75. Yeah, but we kept out of that one.
All right. So to recap, last week I'd put the pretty much the holes together. I need to paint the whatever you call the roundy bits in the corners, wheels, I think, and that'll do. So I'll go on with
You mean the
assembling
dry
gun.
sprocket?
Whatever. Doesn't have wings. Don't know. So
Must be-
yeah, I'll be doing the gun today because I can.
Okay. John says 1974, the Pontiac Le Mans. JT says John Barry also did the theme to Raise the Titanic. There we go. Yeah. Look what I get.
Oh, I recognize that. That's a Citadel product.
Yes. And it's got all them with him. 340 skulls and stuff.
I was going to suggest that to you the other day when you said you wanted skulls, and I just didn't. So sorry about that.
It's all right. So I got that to go with that boat on the River Styx. And I got some display Sanders.
Right.
John says he shared the Lube Ranger in Discord. What? Lone Ranger. Julian says, "Oh yeah, nearly forgot the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia.
Yeah.
Battle of Murbat. Yes. You don't have to list every single day between the end of World War II and 1988. You know, I know stuff did happen. It's just I'm not interested enough in it for it to sort of be expanded within my mind. If that makes sense. It's like I've got a lot of interest in World War One, so I've got a lot of information in my head about World War One. I don't have a lot of information in my head about everything else, so it's just condensed down. Bob says, JT, sorry to be annoying, but the first Lone Ranger film was 1956, a spin-off of the TV series. Oh, God, I can see where this is going. Julie says, also, the Battle of Trafalgar. No, sorry, that was Shelfie's birth, not Mikey's. JT says, not annoying at all, Robert. I think Clayton Moore was in the 1981 film as a cameo. There we go. Yeah, I mean, even when I was in high school, we learned about the 1960s in history class. Yeah. So that means Gary is literally born, you know, even when I was in school, he was a historical artifact. Or hysterical, one or the other. So I started on the camo last night. I need to tidy it up.
Oh, okay.
You got a head start, you bastard.
Well, I couldn't think of anything else really to do on it until I'd done that. Jim says the Iran-Iraq War, 1980 to 1988. JT says 1960 was taught the last day of school. Yeah, we had a whole, I think it was half term on it, so 6 weeks. Or it could have been a full term. I'm not sure. But yeah. Dark yellow. Yeah, so there's the colours I got as well. Ferrari red for the bus, old wood, and golden brown. Because I rode nearly out of golden brown.
Right.
I think Ferrari red's going to look nice on that bus.
If you like.
Yeah. Right. Oops. Jim says Soviet invasions of Hungary 1956, Czechoslovakia 1968, Afghanistan 1979. Very good, Jim. Google is strong with this one. Bob says, oh dear, ancient me lived in the 60s. JT says, oh, there are Australian westerns? You blokes have Ned Kelly. Yeah. June says, Mikey, when I did O-level history, one of the topics was apartheid in South Africa. Bearing in mind this was 1985-ish, that was current affairs, not history. Yeah, my nan and granddad and my dad and his brothers lived over there in the 70s. They lived in Zambia and Rhodesia. It was an interesting time, they said. Joe says, nice camera angle, Mr. Morris. Great action scenes. Yeah. Duke says, Mikey's first day of school. Probably around 5th of September 1992. Something like that. JT says, why did the Soviets invade Hungary? They were starving.
Yes.
Paul says, reference Vietnam. Many years ago, met the contractor who supplied the teak to the French to build Dien Bien Phu. Nice. Or interesting, rather. Jim says, Bob, I too transgressed Robert. I was born in 1964. Please forgive me. You were born a year before Gary. No, the same year as Gary. My stepdad, who is also called Gary, was born in 64.
Same bloke.
It's uncanny, except when he's an asshole and this Gary isn't. I'm not joking. He's not that bad. He does my garden for me. JT says, I was 1974 baby, late 1974. Jim says, Austria was hungry, so he took a piece of turkey. Bob says, Jim, now I feel even older being a 50s kid. JT says, laugh out loud, Jim. Oh, John, we've got a new thing for when you start talking about politics without thinking.
Go on.
You ready? So picture this. John starts rambling on one of his rants, and all of a sudden he mentions the American president. And it should be playing. Did that play?
It sounded like there was a slight bong for a second.
Huh. Should be playing. There you go.
Still got a feeder.
She just brought me in a pasty even though we just started the live stream. Bless her.
I love you, that's why.
I know. Right, comments. Yes. John says, laugh out loud, Jim. Julian says, Jungle Soldier is a book about a guy who fought in Burma in World War II. He retired to South Africa after the war, but they didn't live very long on purpose. He saw the same, where he'd been fighting. Yeah. Bob says, train whistle. He says, sounds like a steam train whistle, Mikey. A whistle, says John. Yes, it is. StreamYard have added soundboard type thing, so I can also do this. When we're about to reveal something. Oh, God's sake! Hang on. Jim says, myth or truth? George Orwell originally titled his book 1974. The publishers wanted 84 as it had a more ominous sound to it. Not sure if that's correct. Probably. And it was also further into the future. So it's probably less likely to upset people back then. JT says, then, Van Halen did 1984. Yeah. Bob says, multitasking Mikey, one-handed modeling while passying. Junior says, sorry, Mikey, is the R word not allowed on YouTube? It is. It's just, it attracts the wrong kind of attention. It attracts idiots. Because they don't understand nuance. They don't have the intelligence and the capacity to understand nuance, context, and the fact that it's okay for people to disagree. You three are very quiet. mean, I know Gary is because he's muted, but
I'm also muted while I'm spraying.
oh,
Yeah,
spraying and praying.
I just turn the mic on when I have something to say.
Oh, okay. Bob says, I heard original title was supposed to be 1948, but far too close to current date, so digits reversed. Or could also be true. Columbus says, Mikey, I've just finalised the CAD design for my World War I tank tracks. One more test print should confirm they are good to go. Nice. So, me and Callum both love doing World War I vehicles, World War I tanks. So he's designed the 3D prints of the track plates so that we can have workable tank tracks on them instead of the rubber band tracks that come with MHAR tanks.
Nice.
Yeah, specifically for the tadpole tank, which should be fun. Jim says, Bob, that sounds logical. JT, I did read Animal Farm from Orwell. Yeah.
It's a great book.
I tried to read him Animal Farm, but it ended up being about a pig that could talk to a spider.
I think you're confusing Animal Farm with Charlotte's Web as well.
I was at the time because I was a kid. That's my point. I tried to read Animal Farm, and it ended up being Charlotte's Web. Aaronville says, hello all, raining hard in Norwich, Norfolk, UK. I'm inside my modelling man cave today. It's called Sayertown. Lovely and dry, but such a nice modelling house. And bonus, you are live modelling. We are. Bob says, took too long to get to print. Published in 1949, more pointless historical rubbish. JT says, I remember the Ingsoc flags in 1984, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Jim says, Animal Farm was what Pink Floyd based their Animals record on. Makes sense.
Does.
That pasty's still red hot. Ooh. Right. Luckily, I have painting to do anyway. As well as comments to read out and all that jazz. So, what are the chat working on today? Anything interesting? Whilst they're listening to us jabber on. That really hurt my ears. Kevin says, good day, everyone. Hello, Kevin.
E3.
I'll get to the comments again shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to tidy up the edges on this. Better. What I'll do is, because I've got to click on the comments as well, is I'll do a bit of painting or whatever, and then I'll just go through I'll let the comments build up a little bit, and then I'll just go through, focus on going through them, and then I'll go back to paint. That way, then you guys can carry on. Right. JT says, the thought police, imagine what they would do when we feel peckish. Jim says, I think 1984 was the last film Richard Burton made before his death. Possibly. June says,
yeah, it was. Yeah.
There you go. June says, okay, so dropping the R word is a defense against muppetry, of which there is apparently an advanced course. And if current experience is a pointer, some people have PhDs in Muppetry. Yes. And I quite like the fact that we don't have all that crap on here. And everyone gets along and stuff like that. And we just focus on, modelling and just being mates and supporting each other. Don't need to get all that crap in here. Junior says, hi, Kevin. Bob says, fiddling with the last few top hull interior bits for the Jagdpanther. Nice. Columbus says, I've been modifying an M8 Scott into an M8A1 prototype with a Sherman 75mm cannon. Nice. That does look good. I've seen pictures of that. Looks really good how he's done it. Aussie Ian says, I'm working on a diorama base for 1/16th scale Panzer 1. Jesus Christ, it must be huge.
Oh, wow. Tack on?
No, I always walk like that. Duke says, I'll be doing a bit of painting the tape on the Bristol Scout's wing later. I masked it earlier. Ooh. Nice. JT says, Karen's a miracle worker today. Woke me up, made coffee, and made it with seconds to spare. See, she's not the miracle worker. She's just the one that kicked your ass out of bed. Well, good on her. She's probably been lay there all night going, I wish he'd stop snoring. I wish he'd stop snoring. I wish he'd... Oh, look, it's time for him to go up and watch the live stream. Jim says, for me, I'm focused on the HE162 Salamander, enjoying that much more than the Tacom SDKFZ 250 half track. Yeah. I've not done a Tacom kit yet. I have got a couple to do. Patrick says, working on a 148 scale Mitsubishi Raiden by Tamiya. JT says, hey, Ian. Bob says, then whiting it and doing 5 shades of black on B-type bus. Nice. June says, I'll get the comments again shortly. Thank you for telling me, Mikey, but stop calling me shortly. Duke says, also working on the SE58 and the DH2, both in 148 from Edward. Nice.
Lovely.
Yeah. We'll have to get Gary to do one with a bit more rigging next time.
Don't have a DH2. I should get one.
I've got an FE2B, but I'm doing the wings kit, and that's got a load of rigging. Jim says, Patrick Clark, nice model kit, Patrick. I'm searching for the Ataki version of the Jack. Jim, a 1/16th Panzer 1 is not a big model. Actually, if I was to build a 1/16 scale F3, that would be one of the few. Yeah. I wouldn't mind building a 1/16 scale Jeep or something like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
JT says, Bren gun carrier. That'd be fun as well. Universal carrier. JT says, laugh out loud, you are so true about Karen. Aussie Ian says, yes, the Tacom kit. If it comes together, John will see it in the next meet.
Lovely. We've got a German theme at our next club meet. One of the members.
You're all turning up with Stahlhelms with a funny walk.
Anything German. Could be BMW, could be, anything at all.
So you're making your own uniform.
What?
He says work on anything German. I said, so you're making your own uniform to go in.
I've decided I'm going to freehand all the camo.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
so we'll see how that goes.
What I've done, Tim, is draw it out in pencil first on the tank, and then just paint over the pencil lines.
Yeah, I sort of thought about doing that, but I don't want to have to paint more than I have to cover the lead then.
To be honest, it covers it pretty well. It doesn't take much.
Yeah. That's all right. The men in the field didn't have Masks. You know, I was going to say they didn't have pencils, but that's probably definitely something they did have.
Yeah. They certainly didn't have biros, felt tips, or marker pens.
Mm.
They'd have had to have a bloody big pencil load to do all the camouflage on a tank. JT says, "Did you guys name your Panthers? Germans did to their tanks. I had a King Tiger, and the decals for the winter scheme had a name." No, it's to make it. You don't get much.
I'll come up with a name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me till the end of the episode. I'll come up with a name for it.
I thought of a name, but it's not one I can say on YouTube. But swap. I'll put it in private chat. There you go. Why is it in capitals? Hang on.
Duke says he's been putting off the DH2. Been putting the DH2 off for ages because of the rigging.
There you go, Tim. It's in private chat.
Gotcha. Give me a sec.
Yeah, there we go.
That's dumb.
Duke says, "Timmy, is it Helga?" There you go. I can let chat build up again now.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, my wife's ordered my anniversary present as well, and apparently that's coming today. And she said I can have it today. Woohoo! Which is bloody cool of her. Anvil says, question, I'm in need of a gloss and matte varnish. Already have acrylic Vallejo and Revel acrylic paints. What would you recommend? I'll use separate airbrush to put it on. I just used the Vallejo ones. I don't have any others, to be honest. Or do I? I don't know. I think I've only got Vallejo ones.
Yeah, I also use the Vallejo acrylic ones. The only thing to watch out for if you do that, what's that? Gloss and matte varnish. Yeah, cool. The only thing you want to look out for is that it is just the acrylic and not the polyurethane, because I've made that mistake before.
See, I used a polyurethane one.
Yeah, I don't like it because you got to put it on thicker, you know, and then it's got like a degree of flex to it, and meh. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I find the polyurethane one has a good finish, stuff here, but if you then go to put anything over the top, say if you want to mask off something else and paint it, the tape will take this off like sunburn. You know, basically, yeah, it'll peel off like skin after sunburn. So I don't particularly like that aspect of it. The matte coat.
I've never had to mask off on top of it.
No. It really depends on the application. So yeah, just the matte and gloss Vallejo stuff works well for me. But gloss lately, what I've been doing is using either this stuff, either the Tamiya stuff because it dries harder and floods more, and so I tend to use say that with the self-leveling thinner from Mr. Hobby. slow down the drying time so it has a smoother finish and you get less decal silvering.
Yeah. Kieran
That's
says,
just me.
afternoon all. Hello, Kieran. JT says, Mikey liking the camo. Thank you.
Mikey.
Still got to like do the brown yet. JT says, Karen wants to let me have it every day. Laugh out loud, cornerstone of a happy marriage. When there aren't rolling pins, cast iron pans spot nicely. JT says, she doesn't want to damage those. No. It's what house brick's for. Again, we don't encourage domestic violence on this channel. I have been on the receiving end. It is not fun. Obviously, before I got with Kay. Because Kay's just too lovely to do stuff like that. Is that all right, love? I'm like, yeah. Is it? You're not going to beat me up now for saying that, are you? No. Okay. Oh, a joke. She's not in the room. She's eating a pot noodle in the living room, apparently. Paul says, Jagdpanther die Großkast. Yeah. I don't know. I don't speak German. We call those marital learning aids for husbands.
The große cat is the big cat.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a weird experience. Going through domestic violence. That was really weird because even when the police got involved and I was the one injured, they said, we know you're the victim, but we're not going to prosecute because no jury would ever believe that a nearly 6-foot veteran would let himself get beaten up by a woman. I was like, wow. That's pretty harsh.
Do I want to do the front first or the top?
I would start at the front and work your way back. But you've already done the side, haven't you?
Yes.
So you need to carry the pattern across then, don't you? Really?
Yeah.
Otherwise your front and your sides aren't going to match up. So you're better off going, now you've done that side, go to the top, then down the other side, and then do the front back to match them. And then do the gun barrel to match the front.
Yeah, that makes enough sense.
It happens sometimes. Not often, but it does.
Come on. Get off there. There you go.
I've just realised how much tank there is on this kit.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
It's a lot to spray, isn't it?
Yeah, my compressor's crying out for a rest.
Yeah. Well, when I was doing the green last night, mine was red off by the time I've done it.
I can smell the oil warmth.
Oh.
Shit.
Right.
I've got a little desk fan that plugs into the computer, and I have to hang that upside down under my desk.
Yeah.
And point at the compressor to keep it cool.
Got the first.
Oh.
First layer down.
Let's have a look.
That looks nice.
Bear in mind it's going to get covered in snow eventually. And Mr. Childs, if you're watching,
Controversial.
See, I've done the primer and the base coat underneath, but I've not done the camouflage underneath because it wouldn't have been painted underneath.
no, I've just have to make a point.
Yeah.
And now, whilst my compressor cools down, I should be doing stage 14, which is, to quote the great Nodge, accoutrement. Accoutrement. My little chickadee.
My nan used to call us all that. Chickadee.
That's
I was going to
WC
say
Field.
accoutrement.
Her accoutrement.
Courtesy of WC Fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She used to call all her grandkids, she used to call her little chickadees.
I call my grandkids from chilblains. I would say, all right, chilblains.
All right, you little shit. JT says Puffy would be a good name for a tank. I'm not sure that one would get past the PC things in the army these days.
Are we talking about naming a tank?
Yeah. With British tanks, they're always the first letter is always the letter of the company that they're with. So if it's a company, all the names of the tanks would start with A. So I don't know how the German convention is, or what the German convention was. Sorry. JT says, "Sorry, Mikey, didn't mean to open an old wound. Not at all, mate. One of the things we said when we first started doing live streams was that we wanted to talk openly about stuff that affect blokes' mental health and stuff like that, and just people in general, to be honest. So yeah, don't worry, I'm long past over it. Took me a few years, but I got over it. And I'm so not scared of her anymore." Paul says, JT, I like rubber glove hand. JT says, Gary looks good.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I'm still finding my way around with Vallejo paints, but
I think, having now tried AK3 Gen, spraying them, I think Vallejo paints are a lot better. They spray a lot better.
Yeah.
I don't have any problems with them now.
No, neither do I. Well, the first time I sprayed it, I didn't like it, but then again, that was because I wasn't used to it. But yeah.
Just had a message from the boss in the other room. Apparently, she's watching us, so we have to behave.
Oh, okay. Right.
Argyle says, "Thanks for the info on the gloss matte varnish." There we go. Why am I? There we go. Do that way. Just like that.
Right.
So, gentlemen, what have you got planned for the weekend?
Well, I'm going to a church barbecue tomorrow.
Ooh.
Then I'm
going to come by around the barbecue.
Then I'm going to church on Sunday because it's Pastor Rick's birthday.
Pastor Rick?
Pastor
Rick. Is there an obelisk as well? Pastor Rick's and Obelix.
On Sunday afternoon, I'm going to put my feet up and watch the Grand Prix.
Ooh. What about our Australian people?
Don't have any plans.
Yeah, I think I'm driving down to the Gold Coast tomorrow with the missus. And then, yeah, should have some packages arriving, just a bit of camera stuff, and yeah, church on Sunday, normal weekend.
Yeah, so we've got 2 churches. Interesting. There you go.
That is not helping me at all.
See, John, if your kids didn't still live with you, because your wife's away now, you could just sit on the sofa in your boxers and your socks and just watch telly all day. Just spend your weekend chilling out on the sofa.
Eating beans, cold baked beans out of a tin.
Yeah, with it dribbled all over your vest and just beer cans stacked up around you.
Yeah. What a life.
Something to aspire to.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of training.
Eh?
It takes a lot of training sessions to get to that level.
It does. Aaron Will says, question 2. After doing primer and doing first layer spray paint, if I want to mask for another colour, is it best to do all the colours, then gloss matte varnish before decals? Yes.
That's the way I do it. It's just easier. Yeah.
Julian says, just to bring us down to normal level of lunacy, instead of the heady heights of literature, T.S. Eliot is an anagram of toilets. I know nothing else about him except that.
My week is complete, Julian, now you've told me that.
John's liking that. Callum says, a member of my podcast left because he joined the US Army as a tanker. One day we get an update from him about him driving an Abrams. Interesting. Julian says, Mikey, Bob South Wales version of Kumbaya. Kumbaya. Callum says, all he said was, I only ran over that sign because I couldn't see out the right periscope. JT says, Gary, Benji's been quiet. How is he today?
He's all right. Marion's home today, so he'll be behaving himself.
Nice.
Plus the fact I took him for a walk this morning, so he's seen my new. Have you seen my new toy?
No.
Don't believe.
Oh, your label maker.
I'm going to label things, all sorts of things up. I'm going to label things from the Models for Heroes face-to-face groups. I'm going to label. Oh, anything that doesn't move is going to get labeled.
The label maker shall be labeled the label maker.
Yes. And I have labeled already my paint sticks jar. And I might even label Benji.
Do you know what? When you were saying that before, you said I might even label Benji. I had this image of Benji toddling into the living room, and Marion looking at him and just seeing like nose, ass, tail stuck to him. And Marion's sitting there looking very confused, like, "What the hell have you done to the dog?" Bob says, "Julian, I thought that was the right lyric." Julian says, "JT Le Mal isn't an anagram of toilets. Mind you, his music is shit." Artorius Dux Bellorum. Replace baked beans with pizza, and that is almost exactly what I'm doing right now.
Cool.
Hello, and welcome to the channel.
Welcome.
Yes.
Well, I can only apologise for.
Yeah. I like that. Artorius Dux Bellorum. And the picture's cool as well. John says, like the never-ending story. That sounds like this channel really does. JT says, lol Julian. Julian says, lol Bob.
Everyone's lolling.
Eh?
Everyone's lolling.
Yeah, lolling around. JT says, I wish they could do the retro label makers liked the relief. Yeah. JT says, cold pizza, the bachelor first. Yeah, bachelor breakfast.
As long as the pizza hasn't got pineapple on it, you're all right.
Pineapple absolutely belongs on pizza, and I will
No,
fight anyone
it
that
does
says
not.
different.
I am not getting into this argument, even though I brought it up. It's a fruit. It is a dessert. It does not go on pizza.
What sort of lunatic thinks pineapple is a dessert?
Well,
It doesn't
You
go.
haven't had like a ham steak with a
It doesn't go on gammon
like a
steak.
pineapple ring on top.
No, it's fried egg goes on gammon steak.
so Tim, you know what's on an Aussie pizza?
Fucking everything.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Tinny,
egg. It's cracked
sure.
eggs. A cracked egg, so it looks like a tumor.
Sure.
So British pizza, I'd imagine, has lard.
I don't think there's no such thing as a British pizza.
The defence
Yeah,
rests, or prosecution rests your honour.
Because British
that's
pizza
great.
would probably have chicken tikka masala on it.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not going to take culinary
pizza.
advice from people whose like country's food until recently was like eel pie.
I know. I'm with you on that.
There's only one person on this channel that likes eel pie, and he ain't here today.
He's in Albania.
Yes.
I haven't had it, but it just sounds yuck.
I don't want it either.
But the
Having
fact
seen
that
and
like
handled eels.
your quintessential British cuisine is not even British.
Well, it is. It was
What?
tikka masala was invented in, or the curry was invented. The tikka masala curry was invented in London or Birmingham.
Yeah, but that's like saying the dim sum was invented in Melbourne.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no, like it was, but it's still like no one would say like, oh yeah, dim sum is quintessential Australian food.
No, you're right. Yeah, I agree with you 100% there, Tim.
So what is quintessential Australian food?
Kangaroo's left testicle.
Oh yeah, we do eat kangaroo, but probably what chicken parmigiana.
That's Italian.
Yeah, we had like big. We had a couple of waves of immigration. So like we had the like Greeks and Italians at one stage, and then there was another one. So it's sort
The
of
criminals.
slowly been at it, but no, what kangaroo and stuff, and then
You can't even go with a meat. You can't even go with a meat pie because that's British.
Yeah, well,
see, my argument is that you jump to tikka masala before meat pie.
Well,
Meat pie is absolutely a fantastic claim to fame.
Oh no, yeah, meat. Think about it. Meat pie was around Sweeney Todd's era. just don't ask what meat it was. No meat. I mean, meat pie goes back a long way. So, but I mean, traditional Australian. I mean, would it be a bug of some sort?
No, we had like damper.
Yeah.
What's damper?
Yeah. Oh, about $2.50.
Damper's like what is it, John? It's flour, water, a pinch of
it's
salt, and it's
bread.
cooked in a campfire.
Yeah, bread
So
without
basically, it's a pita
yeast.
bread.
It's just think of a swagman and what he'd cook when he had really nothing but flour in his.
Hang on,
in his,
flour, water, salt, and a bit of yeast.
Yeah.
No,
That's a
bread.
chapati.
like like he wouldn't have been carrying yeast around, but yeah, it's
Unleavened
essentially
bread.
like a yeastless bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a chapati. That's Indian.
So, have you heard of a Balmain bug?
Yeah, or Moreton Bay bug.
Yeah,
What are they?
So
that sort of stuff.
what I'm hearing
Yeah.
so far is you've got no national dish.
No, we don't have a national dish.
You don't have any sort of culture of your own. You just take
We
everyone
have a
else's.
national dish.
We do.
What is our national dish then?
Officially, it is actually tikka masala.
See,
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You've lost your own country. Australia was always people that came here. You guys were there from the beginning of time, and you're like, Indian food is us.
Mm.
The Sunday roast. Actually, that's or the full English breakfast.
Yeah, full English, yeah.
I mean, the clue's in the name, isn't it?
Yeah. No. Otherwise, Australia is pretty much the same as you guys. You know, we like roasted meat pies and sausage rolls and
Fish and chip.
but we
Fish and
don't
chip.
we don't cook vegetables until all the colour bleaches out of them. That's a very British thing to do.
But I do know
that's
I
true.
do know what we have that you don't.
Chlamydia?
Doombar.
Bastard. All right. You win.
We have Doombar.
We
Well,
do.
I've put a
We have yellowtail.
We have yellowtail.
Yeah, but you got the 1.5 litre bottles? Probably not.
No, we have the 70 CL ones.
CL.
Centiliters.
I suppose roast beef and Yorkshire pudding is an English meal.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, we just. I think we're like you, in that, like, you pick.
But just like you were people too.
No, you pick the best food from anywhere around the globe, and it becomes a favourite because food is one of the best parts about multiculturalism.
Absolutely. And having said all that, most of my favourite foods are Greek. I'd rather have Greek food than English food.
My favourite food's pasta.
I like Japanese.
I really think so.
What does Katie think about that? Does she know about your fetish?
She loves Japanese food as well. Which
Food.
sucks for her at the moment because raw fish is off the menu while pregnant. So,
yeah.
Pregante? Pregat? Yeah.
So you sit in front of it eating it because you're a cruel, heartless bastard.
I've only done it the once, but
were you looking into her eyes as you were doing it?
I'm bringing sushi to the hospital with me, so like she can eat it like straight away.
Ugh.
So that is something I don't get.
What, sushi?
Yeah.
Sushi slaps, man.
It really does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried it. Can't say I enjoy it.
Best. Oh,
it's raw fish.
Yeah, like it's you're right. It slaps. It's some of my favourite food. I think is all the Japanese influence.
Why do we keep going back to violence? It slaps. If you're getting slapped in the face with a piece of sushi, that's not good.
I'm just trying to do the now speak with the youth of today. What yo?
He's trying to relate to us, Tim. Help.
I don't want to upset you, Mikey, but you're not youth of today.
What's this us business, you old man? Yeah.
The now speak.
Wait a minute. We're not the youth, Tim.
You're not. I'm not either. I've ticked over 30, but we're in a weird spot at the moment where people are 30 and they're still like, I don't know if I'm really an adult. It's like, bro, you were an adult when you were 18.
Yeah,
grow up.
Yeah.
I know some people like that, don't we, John?
Huh?
Some people who don't know how to look after themselves, even though they're nearly 30.
I resemble that comment.
Yeah. But middle age is like 35 to 50, isn't it? Oh, shit, I'm middle-aged.
I don't think it is now. I would say it's probably a bit more than that.
I'm going to have a look, because I know the average lifespan in the UK is 83.
Yeah, it's when you hit a, like, there's a thing that all young blokes, like, when they hit that milestone and they're transitioning into being middle-aged, you got to choose a hobby. Like, you're either into smoking meat or scale modeling or lawn care. You know, there's like a handful of just
Yeah,
secondary hobbies. You got to choose at least one.
There we go. So, according to the internet, in the
Hmm.
UK, middle age is generally considered between the ages of 40 and 65.
See, I'm middle-aged. So wind your neck in, Mikey.
I'm not. That means I'm youthful.
But I'm not old, see? I'm middle-aged.
Only just.
You just read it out. It's fact. According to the interweb.
Oh, okay. So I've just looked up National Food of Australia. It says Australia doesn't have a single officially designated national dish, but roast lamb is a strong contender.
Oh, yeah, the Sam Kekovich ads.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
Well,
that-
winning
doesn't the
polls,
lamb
while the
come from
meat
New
pie
Zealand?
and sausage and bread or the snag are also extremely popular as recognised as iconic Australian foods. Other beloved dishes include Vegemite on toast, pavlova, and the Bunnings sausage sizzle, with a preference often depending on the individual generation or
Vegemite
even the state.
I'd agree Vegemite is probably an Australian dish. National dish. Because
Yeah.
no one outside of Australia likes that shit.
Well, you're just wrong.
Yeah,
I mean,
Vegemite.
roast lamb. That you can track that back to the ancient Greeks.
Yeah. We didn't invent the sheep,
No,
but
But we did invent Sam Kekovich telling people to bugger off if they don't like eating lamb on Australia Day.
yeah. So there was
there.
a campaign like 20 odd years ago where the lamb industry wanted to sell more lamb, so they basically said, eat it on Australia Day, and it's sort of become a thing that it's a campaign every year.
Isn't the lamb from down there from New Zealand? Which is
We
why
have
Callum has a
sheep.
picture of himself.
they've got loads of sheep in Australia.
Yeah, we're like breadbasket for the entire Oceania region.
Australia was built on the sheep's back. It's
Wall
commonly
to wall
referred.
sheep down there.
I thought it was cattle in Australia for some reason.
We also have that.
Yeah, I know
So-
you also
And
have
camels.
them, but I
John
thought
MacArthur and the Merinos and all that stuff like that. Sheep are huge here. You've seen the one in Goulburn.
Yeah, the big merino.
Yeah.
We got big everything. We got the big banana, big pineapple, big mango, big prawn, big gumboot.
Big rocking horse, big everything.
Just across the highway here, we've got the big lawnmower at Beerwah.
Big lawnmower.
Yeah, it's shit. It's just a lawn mowing business that for some reason built a giant lawnmower
out the front.
on
Good
the
on 'em.
roof. Yeah, it's just it's crap, but it's there. So that's a quintessential Australian thing. We just make big things for no real reason.
yeah. Well, we've got lots of comments to catch up on.
Do that.
June. There we go. Do you like? There you go. That's where we got up to. Do you like anchovies on pizza? No.
No,
Oh shit! Yes.
Ew.
With pineapple, salty and sweet.
let's not go there, shall we, gentlemen?
Jam and cheese sandwiches.
No,
JT says, love shrooms on pizza. Yeah, I like
Oh
mushrooms.
yeah.
Bob says, does Shelfie like duck à l'orange?
no.
I like duck.
Again, you're mixing fruit with something.
Columbus says, British pizza is toad in the hole.
That's
True.
lovely.
Good point. Good point. Bob says, that's a fruity food. JT says, had pan-fried eel, liked it.
No.
What?
Horrible slimy creatures.
Madness. What, you're talking about Americans or? Oh, eels. My bad. My mistake. Oh, hi, Joe. Apologies.
I think you better apologise to Jim as well. Jim
That's
Jim takes offence to stuff like that. Joe says pineapple on pizza isn't bad. Once in San Diego, one of the guys ordered a 3-foot wide pizza with pineapple and jalapenos. Delicious.
Oh, that does sound good, eh?
That's my normal pizza, like just heaps of meat and pineapple and jalapenos. Just,
Barbecue meat feast pizza.
yeah,
So
I'd
I guess-
punch a child for a slice of that.
Yeah. with stuffed crust as well.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. You mentioned punching a child. I burst into fits of laughter. Sorry, that's Not
Again,
on.
we're
Not
back to
on.
violence again.
Yeah.
Arabelle says, thanks for confirming paint and gloss steps. We got 26 people watching. Cool. Don't forget to lube and subscribe.
Conversation about food.
Yeah, food. Patrick says, sounds good, Joe. Arabelle says, when doing decals, would you use microsol and microset? Yes.
Yes. Microset first.
Yep. Which sounds contradictory.
Yeah, you put microset on the surface of the model where you're going to apply the decal. Then once you put the decal down and it's all dried up, you put the microsol, which is the red bottle, just over the top of the decal, and that softens it and lets it bed down.
Easiest way to remember is write a number 1 on the cap of the microset and number 2 on the cap of the microsol.
Or read the bottle, because there's a 1 on the microset and there's a 2 on the microsol.
Do you know what? I never knew they were there.
I didn't. But when you're looking at your desk, you're looking down at your desk, aren't you? You're not looking horizontal.
I will add though, if it's something that you're worried about, it's not crucial. But I find that decals always go down. If you get a nice gloss coat, put the decal down and then you seal it.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't had any issue with that. So,
yeah,
you know, I've only recently started using microsol and microset.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not always necessary. I find I tend to do it anyway, but it depends on the decal. Not all of them need it. It really depends on the surface. If it's a flat surface, you probably don't need it.
Yeah.
If you need it, use it.
Yeah.
But it can be stronger than what the decal requires.
Yes. I've got this as well. But I believe this works where you apply the decal as normal, i.e., with water, dry it off, and then this goes over the top.
Ah. I've got M4H sent me a bottle of it.
Yeah. Ultimate, they do different strengths. There's a normal, and I think there's a alien blood version.
Melt your face off, sort of thing.
Yeah.
JT says the red sauce does a number on me. White pizza without sauce or pesto pizza.
Yeah, I've become a bit of a fan of like hot sauce on most things. So Tabasco generally on scrambled eggs and stuff. Like ever since I worked on the American bases, it's hard to do scrambled eggs without Tabasco now.
Tabasco on cheese. Lovely. Arabelle says, also, would you do varnish after decals, then a wash to show panel lines, then weathering? Yes.
Absolutely. 100%.
All right.
Bang on.
So this one, case in point, so this had a gloss coat on Monday. I put all the decals in place. Since then, I've gone over the panel lines with, I can get it, but it's an AK panel liner. 2 different sort of colours, one for the white and one for the grey.
Yeah. And
I'll let them set for a couple of days, but that's still glossy and shiny, as you can probably see a reflection there.
Yes.
So I'll get a cotton bud with odorless solvent, gently wipe in the direction of airflow to take off most of that and just leave it in the cracks and crevices and everything else. And then once that's all done, hit the whole thing with a matte coat, and that will dull down the decals nicely.
Cool.
That's the way I do it.
Boom, boom. And that's exactly the way I would do it too.
Joe says,
same with the wings.
There you go. Joe says, coming from a person who eats mud bugs that came from the mud. There wouldn't be mud bugs if they didn't come from the mud. Junior says, eel pie isn't quintessential British food. It's only made and eaten in London, not the whole country. Fish and chips, on the other hand, is eaten all over the UK. True.
Fish and chips are so good. Love it.
JT says, Cajun pizza with crawdads. No idea what they are.
I don't know what a crawdad is.
Oh, I know the title's in a movie, but that's all I know.
And I believe, Graham, that is a correct statement that you've made there.
Yeah.
Tikka masala was created in Glasgow, I believe. Yeah.
Long time since.
Crawdad's just a crayfish, John.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Graham says, hello to everyone. Long time since been in the chat. Yeah, it is, Graham. Yeah. Welcome back, mate. Good to see you.
And what topic to join us on?
Yeah.
Like you've never been away. We were probably talking about this one.
Paul Tanker says, you can't beat a good Wrigley bag with tomato sauce.
Wrigley bag.
JT says, tick-a-tock. JT says, taking a liking to Thai at the moment. Ooh, that sounds kinky. Paul says,
our local Thai. Oh, sorry, mate.
Sorry. Go on.
Our local Thai place is I shit you not, love you long Thai. It's so good.
I love Thai restaurant names are always wonderful, like Bow Tie, Beau. It's just really good stuff.
Yeah. Bob says sushi is fine if you drop it in the deep fat fryer for a few minutes. JT says wasabi on sushi is good.
Doesn't that blow your top?
Yeah. Joe says sushi yuck. I'd rather eat raw fish. Wait. JT says lol. Patrick says I like Korean food.
Well, now there's a story here. Yesterday, and I don't think this is anything to do with Korean food. It's more the fact that a local bakery chain in this country called Greg's. My wife got me a Greg's Korean barbecue baguette.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of it is in the bin. Was not to my liking, but I don't believe that to be a representation of Korean food. I believe it was the gack that Greg's put in it.
Oh, I've had Greg's. You got to ask for hot food, as it turns out.
Yeah.
If you want a sausage roll, you'll get it stone bloody cold unless you ask for it hot, and they may not do it for you because Greg's. Stupid.
No, they'll do you a hot one. It's just you've got to pay a little bit extra because there's more tax on it. Paul says sukiyaki is very tasty.
Oh yeah.
JT says kimchi.
Sorry, kimchi, delicious. The thing that ties North and South Korean people together.
Cool. Joe says, yeah, Korean food is very good. Bob says, heck, that means I'm an oldie.
We have a Mongolian barbecue place down the road from us. I'm always keen to try that.
I thought you were just going to say we have a Mongolian in the garden.
No.
They're bringing in some locally employed civilians, are you, Gary? Jim says, BBC changed the channel title to Aging Bearded Veteran Creates. I'm not aging.
We're all aging at the same rate. We just started at different times.
Yeah. Steve says, hi, guys.
Major. The Major's in.
Yes. Major.
Hiya, Steve. I'm really pleased how this is drying.
Yeah.
Well, the conversation.
Tom, shut the fuck up. Let me get on with these comments. Julie says, so Nodge says roast lamb is a strong contender to be an Australian national dish. I suppose it's nothing to do with you have to do something with all those sheep. Yeah.
Yes.
Patrick says tteokbokki is great too. Tteokbokki or something. Joe says, do we now call Paul and Timmy Big Paul and Big Timmy? Big Tim. JT says Australia is built on the backs of sheep. This can go the wrong way. Yeah. Australia grew up in the back of sheep. June says Australia is big everything, Tim. Say don't tell Texans that. Don't tell the sheep either.
Well,
let me catch you. Ian says, I heard Nigella Lawson cause a stir when she said Vegemite was better than Marmite. I don't like either of them. They both taste like shit.
That shouldn't be a stir. That's just factual.
Steve says,
Lawson could cause a stir whenever she wants.
Yes, she could.
Steve says, on tank names, my troop tanks were Digitalin, Digitoxin, and Digitalis, all poisons.
Cool names.
Take it with D Company then. Jimmy says, don't take offense, take the gate instead. Far more useful with hinges and things. I like Jim. I laugh my ass off, Jim. Julie says, I said about the 1 and 2 being on a microset and sold bottles a few months ago. There we go. Joe says, crawdads are crawfish, mud bugs, etc. Yes, crayfish.
Right.
We don't really have them in the UK. Well, we probably have them. It's just we call them something different, maybe. Columbus says, in New Zealand, we have a Thai restaurant called Monsoon Poon.
Wonderful. Always good.
Bob says, does Mikey do Barbie? No. No. What the fuck, dude? Paul says Lebanese is also very tasty.
Well, I'm going to try something tomorrow at this barbecue.
I've never tried one, to be honest.
Just don't tell Bob Catter that. Got him.
Ooh, too soon.
When I read that out, Lebanese are also very tasty. Look at this at the end of it. June says, if I recall correctly, curry was created by the British Army during the Raj in India, using spices and sauce to disguise meat going bad. Probably.
That's the whole reason why Asian countries have spice.
Yeah. JT says, a good food quote in my head. He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. Yeah. Joe says, please, no more talk of sheep. All I ever hear about my Texas is Texas where the men are men and the sheep are scared. Not funny. We have the same problem in Wales. And it seems to be the English that are more obsessed with the idea of people doing things with sheep than what anyone in Wales actually is.
Yeah, we bully New Zealanders with that as well.
Yeah. See, Callum doesn't help with that, though, because he has a picture of him cuddling a sheep on his profile picture.
Well, it's only polite to take an after photo.
Yeah, I'm surprised the sheep didn't have a cigarette in its mouth. Duke says, if Australia was on the back of a sheep, we would run across the road right in front of a car wanting to get to the other side. There you go. Bob says, sorry, barbecue. Do I do barbecue? No. I think I said this yesterday. We don't have barbecues because we don't have anyone that comes around to the house or anything. Other than when I'm on here, or if we go shopping, literally the only people me and Casey are each other. We don't have anyone else to talk to and things like that. So, June says Mikey does Barbie is probably a server or on only something or other. Oh, Kay talks to her mum. But yeah. Jim says Joe sounds like the national slogan for New Zealand. And John says, how are you doing? Not mad. Very good. We've still got 26 people watching. Woohoo.
Let's see if I could do something about that.
Callum says there's more than one way to have a sheep in New Zealand. Yeah, but you can't stop them closing their mouths, can you? And that could get a bit painful.
Where on earth has this conversation gone?
I don't know. But we've got 28 people watching and only 17 likes. What's going on? That's not like you guys.
I'm surprised we got that many today.
Oh, I know. It's been weird, hasn't it? We had some weird conversation.
Not gone well today.
Yeah, after that fluster cluck at the start.
JT says Mikey does Barbie. Sounds like an adult film. Yeah. Turn away children. Yeah, it does not sound good. It does not sound like something that should be on freebie.
Oh dear, I'm getting WhatsApp messages from Mr. Childs.
Oh, about undersides of tanks?
No.
Stop making us look bad. Oh, Gary, you have some news about Friends of Mel Show's live streams, don't you? Kind of.
Thank you for throwing me under that bus. Yeah.
You're welcome.
There was a committee meeting on Wednesday night. Unfortunately, I was asleep. During which they are keen to do a bi-monthly live stream on a Thursday. I don't know why we went for bi-monthly, but I could work on that, because I don't see why we can't do monthly. But that would be on a Thursday. Now, does that not clash with something? I think doesn't clash with Gary, does it?
Yes, but only once a month, 1 week of the month.
A week at a time.
For me, it's more D&D.
Right, but so yeah, the Friends and Models of Heroes are going to start doing a live stream on a regular
Sunday.
So again, on a regular basis. Sunday does not work for me. It was too rushed when I did that one on the Sunday. Although I got away with it, it was.
You're too busy having your spirituals felt.
Yeah. So I'm trying to
refrain from saying, "The power of Christ compels you." I'm sorry, I shouldn't take the mick out of your religion. I just didn't expect you to be the religious kind.
Who?
You.
Well, you see.
I remember you sitting there saying, "I'm never going to go to church." Kerry Ann and Marion go, "I'm not going to go." Yeah, and then he gave you 3 pussies, and suddenly you're religious.
Then I went and saw what an amazing effect it was having on some young people in our community.
No, you went and they gave you bacon butties.
There was that at the time as well, yes.
Yeah. I think there is a lot to be said, and I think would be nice for more people to go back to church and things, because it can have a positive effect. But you just got.
I couldn't go to traditional church because I'd fall asleep. I really would fall asleep. But this is a
happy clappy church.
That's what my son says. I don't like the term, but it's very upbeat. It's all nations, if you like. People. In fact, at our barbecue tomorrow, I'm going to be trying some Ghanaian jollof.
Oh. We used to have, when I went to church, because I was Mormon. I technically still am, I suppose. But we had a lady there from South Africa, and she used to make the most amazing South African meatballs and stuff. With all like African spices. It's so good.
So I'm the counterpoint to Gary. I go to traditional Latin mass.
Do you understand any of it?
Yeah, like you have your missal and stuff. So, yeah,
your missal.
Yeah, the book, Daily Catholic Missal. So it's got like 5 ribbons, and I've got that marked on the day, because each day will have a different mass. So like this just past week, I think was the 11th Sunday after Pentecost, and then you've got your the ordinary of the mass. So you got the mass of the catechumens, and then the mass of the faithful. And until the Second Vatican Council, that was always the way it worked. And then they changed a bunch of things, and I like the traditional. So which I think is the fastest growing denomination in Christendom at the moment, is the traditional Latin Mass.
I don't
know. Where are we on the chat, Shoops? Because Jim's got a.
Let's have a butcher's hook.
It revolves around this.
Oh yes.
Joe says, even with the sheep, only 17 likes. What the hell? Must have some animal rights protesters in there. JT says, there could be a great Tommy Wynette song, Stand By Your Lamb.
Tammy Wynette.
Oh, I don't know.
You should.
I'm not old as fuck.
You've never seen Blues Brothers?
Yes,
Oh,
I used to quite like the Blues Brothers. June says, probably because of the sheep, Joe. Laugh out loud, bloody speciesist, if you ask me. Julie says, squirrel, no religion, Mikey.
So
Jim,
this is the point I wanted to get to.
Yeah.
Jim says that trigger airbrush interests me, although I'm enough that I may make a purchase soon. Gallery has a sale on right now. This is a Gallery airbrush. It's the Gallery GHAD 68, and it has transformed my airbrushing because I was struggling to use the conventional airbrush, if you like, with the trigger on the top because of my dexterity issues. And this still has a two-phase trigger. You put it back and then you can pull it back further. So it's still a 2-action airbrush, and it's just made my life so much easier. And I enjoy airbrushing again. And it is a nice. It's got I think it's what I'm not sure the needle. They call it a floating needle in there. But yeah, it's lovely. Comes with 2 cups, and I think it was 2 needle and nozzle sets.
nice.
Very good.
Kay's just come in and she's on FaceTime to my mother-in-law. She came in and my mother-in-law said, "Oi, I can hear you. Stop being so bossy with everyone." I was like, "Not being bossy."
He's very bossy, Kay's mum.
Yeah, you prick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would recommend it, Jim. I really it does. I enjoy airbrushing again.
Yeah.
Airbrushing that Jagdpanther this morning would have killed me with the old airbrush. I wouldn't have been able to do it.
I find it difficult to get used to that Fender one because I used that for the first time last night to do the camouflage.
It's a lovely airbrush, the Fender. This is a Fender one, I think. I'm sure this is
like I said.
Yeah, this is a Fender
one. Yeah. I think having used it for a few hours last night, I think the airbrush is fine. I think the problem is the paint. I think, but I'd need to try it with some Vallejo paint to make that mind up. JT says electrical work had a positive effect on me. As a result, I was well grounded. GM says, "G'day, folks. Just joining in. Oh, talking Christian subject, huh? Good one. I'll stand with you, Mr. Morris. Positive influence on the community."
Well, that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And it's had a positive influence on myself as well. So,
see, I used to go to church every weekend, but then I started realizing the problem isn't church; it's humans. So they're the ones that cause the arguments and things like that in church and stuff, and in religion. So I decided to just sort of make it just be personal.
Absolutely.
Have my, keep it between me and the big man, me and the Almighty. JT says, would prayer books on nuclear subs be called ballistic missiles? I'm sure somewhere I've still got my Bible for Iraq. We actually had Bibles, little tactical Bibles that could fit in your pocket.
Yeah, I'll get my little Air Force one.
Yeah, I'd try to serve it. Joe says, I bought one, Jim. It's pretty good. The exact same one. Better for your hands.
Yeah, it is so much easier.
GM says, see, if you told me that before I bought the Fender one, I probably would have got one.
So I'd recommend the Fender one as well. Because I think
you're the reason I got it.
They're nice and cheap, and they're really good airbrushes.
Yeah. Joe said, "Oh, sorry, I missed one. How silly of me." Joe says, "Patrick Clark, somebody likes Korean food, huh? Mukbang, tteokbokki, and soju. Yum yum yum." There you go.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my navy one somewhere.
Little Raffy one, and it's got a couple of pictures of a couple of Raffies in there, so you can, get your finger behind them and give it a really good application. But
Yeah, I'm sure I've still got my my tri-service one somewhere.
Marion still actually reads the Bible every day.
Yeah, I need to read it again.
I think if there's anyone I know. Oh, Morga.
Joe says always on sale too.
Yeah.
Patrick says sounds good to me, Gary. Jim says, Joe, indeed, Joe. When I first saw Trigger Style Airbrush, it didn't appeal to me. Now I think very differently about it. Joe says, Squirrel Mikey. I agree, though. Yeah. Jim says, thin the paint when you think it's thin enough. Thin it a little more. There we go. Fender Airbrush is great investment. Glad I have mine. There you go.
Yeah, I have two.
JT says, thin like my hair. I'm just going to have a look on my bookshelf to see if I have still got it on there. Oh, actually, I know where it would be.
Oh, we got 12 minutes left.
Yeah, just talk ourselves for a minute.
Where are we?
No, I can't find it. It'll be here somewhere. But yeah, one thing that makes me laugh is in court, when you go into court, they make you swear on the Bible.
Yeah.
It's if you look, it's never a Bible. It's just the Book of Psalms.
Oh,
it's never like a big thick Bible like that.
well,
Having never
that's
had
kind
to
of a
do it.
broad statement, though, isn't it?
I've never been in a crown court, but I've been in family court and things. So, yeah. It makes sense if you think about it, because otherwise they'd have to make sure there's always a bloody big thick book in every courtroom.
Well, they do.
And it costs more. GM says it's about relationships between you and the Almighty. Don't ignore him. Exactly.
Yeah.
Religion is a personal thing.
We've suddenly gone very deep, haven't we?
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah.
Let's do something else. Otherwise, we'll
JT
talk about
said-
certain politics.
JT says balding is nice. One less thing to worry about. Not getting the toupee weave or transplant. My beard is the hair transplant. Could you imagine if somebody actually got their beard transplanted onto their bald head? That'd be funny.
An interesting concept.
Yeah.
Paul says, thanks again for the company. See you next week again, my friends. Yeah, see you next week, buddy.
Cheers, Paul.
Cheers, Paul.
June says, I don't think you do get her. Joe says, I love that paint scheme, Mikey. Thank you. I think it'll look all right once the brown's done and then like all the dots and stuff. JT says,
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I
JT
just realised I had my mic on.
I had fun today. Thanks, guys. You're welcome, buddy. Jim says, do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. He's asking if you swear. No, but I know all the words. I know the British arrest caution. You do not have to say anything but may harm your defence if you do not mention something which you may later allow in a court. Anything you do say can be used against you.
Knickers.
Don't ask how I know that. JT says, Jim, that was curly. Jim says, aye.
Aye.
Joe says, since I shaved my head in 2013, I figured I had saved over $5,000 US. Think positive. That's true. GM says, Jim, that's deep, man. That's what the sheep said to Callum.
Oh, cripes.
And Callum just winked and walked away. Not that I'm implying anything about Callum, of course, because Callum's lovely.
Or the sheep.
Yeah, well, it's not the sheep. Oh wait, he already did.
All right, so that's the green done. So the next will be the
let's have a look.
The red brown.
Nice.
I could probably speed that up a bit. Hang on.
That looks good too.
It's coming along.
Yeah, I love all the detail on it as well. Well done.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that you're using a beer bottle as well to do your figures and stuff. Cool.
Yeah. I did put a thing on Discord. I think it might have been in the tips and tricks. But yeah, it's a fantastic handle. I don't have to worry about it falling over or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good work, buddy. There we go. We've got 7 minutes left. Joe says, thanks, look great. Host, what are your plans for the weekend? Me, barbecue, and college football. Probably working on this, to be honest.
Barbecue, dodging the rain, and watching the Grand Prix.
Opening up the garage and trying to get rid of all the plaster dust that's still around because the vacuum cleaner is still very much broken.
AT says, men with hair are supposed to be virile. Men who are bald are intelligent and get the woman in the end. Jim says, Jim, hopefully not too deep, Gary. I suffer from hydrophobia. Patrick says, is the VB stubby to scale? I fancy a beer now. Might have one later. Joe says, wow, Timmy, nice.
And for those asking where Benji was, there he is.
The bench.
JT says, wow, Timmy.
Yeah, that is looking pretty good, my man.
Yeah.
Gracias.
My guitar just moved on its own. How strange. Julian says, Jim, in court, they tell you to swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and then the barristers keep trying to make you give misleading answers out of context. Yeah. That's how it works. GM says, I'll have to rewatch the podcast. I've missed something. Not sure what exactly. You've missed so much random chat.
We missed quite a lot as well.
Yeah.
Lack of modders.
Sorry?
A lack of modders.
Yeah. Dutch Dave's in. He says, those Jagdpanthers are coming along nicely, gents. Nice progress. Thank you, buddy. Jim says, JT, very true, John. My sex appeal amongst the ladies has multiplied since going Heisenberg.
Heisenberg.
Is that going Heisenberg, or is that because of all the weight you've lost and all the muscle you've built up, Jim? because Jim is like a racing snake now.
Yeah.
It's like Heisenberg's like athletic cousin. Joe says, John, are you saying you are having a garage sale? Any golf clubs?
I have no golf clubs. Golfing would be my kryptonite. With my spinal condition, I cannot even look around behind me without going, ah.
GM says, Jim, you need scuba gear. Go deeper. Haha.
Dear God.
That's what she said. Jim says, hey, Dutchman. There we go. Finish my coffee off. Gary, that was terrifying.
Yeah, it scared me.
Yeah, that got the little door. I need to paint the lip of it though, but
Yeah.
nice.
I've done my door so it opens as well.
Yeah, mine does.
I just need to paint the rest of it white. Because people, friends, Romans, countrymen,
Our beloved republic is in the hands of a madman.
our beloved Republic of Beardopolis, he is going to be leaning out the back like that. You can't really see it very well because of the light. Let's try that. There you go. So he's going to be leaning out the back like that. And there's going to be... Yeah. Well, I was going to have him reaching to bring in some ammo shells. But what I might do is I've got the Tamir animal set, so I might have him reaching to stroke a dog on the back because it's got an Alsatian with it.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be quite nice.
I've still got...
Whoa, look at that zoomed in. Ooh.
Hang on. Let's see if I can get him in the light.
He's playing guitar, him.
That's nice.
Yeah. I still haven't done any more on him since I last put photos up, but
Tim,
Yep.
you could get a 135th guitar and turn his left hand around.
so I told Tiff already, before I take him off his paint stand and stuff, I've got all this spare crap lying around, so I'll cut one of those off and make him a set of turntables like he's DJing.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Do that on the side of the tank.
Yeah.
Pushing out some shit tunes.
Yeah. Remix of Erica.
Jim says, BBC, both being in shape and being on extremely intelligent bald guy. Well, bald anyway. Jim says, Joe looking for golf clubs, plenty in career, used going cheaper. Julian says, does going Heisenberg mean you burst into flames? Oh, no, sorry. That would be going Hindenburg. Jim's put
the humility.
laughing faces. Joe, I will look GM. Hopefully tariffs haven't affected dollars. I'm sure they will. JT says, what oranges are on ship? Naval oranges.
Dear.
Jim says, Tim, your Jagdpanther is looking great. My compliments.
Thanks, Jim.
Jim says, Mini Art does make 1/35th scale set of musical instruments.
Why am I not surprised?
Jim says, Timmy, more like Tommy Cooper. That could be like one of those little humorous elements in the diorama that nobody notices until they look closely. Let's change the camera over. There we go. Because we've got 30 seconds left. There we go. So, Gary's about to do the outro in a bit.
I am. It's all queued up.
Yeah. So, I shall add that to the stage. Like so.
I didn't do that.
No, I'm doing that. Stupid
My
thing.
hands never left the end of my wrists.
Right. There you go. Ready?
Perfect.
Right. We are back on Monday, 12 till 2, where we're having a panel chat. You'll probably see the four of us, modders, Maybe Mal. Who knows?
Thanks for watching.
Hulvar for now.